As a child, I would look out the window of the train and I would see the reek disappearing into the distance. You'd get upset because the reek was disappearing. But when I'd come back, I would be sat at the window of the train waiting for the reek to reappear. And as soon as I saw the reek, I knew I was home.
Located in Westport, Croagh Patrick is easily one of Ireland's most famous mountains. Standing at approximately 765 metres, the mountain is a tourist hotspot.
So the 4th of June 2010, I woke up one morning and I thought I'm going to climb the reek today. And I'm going to keep doing it until I have finished, and I thought I'd do a whole year. And that was it. It was as simple as that. I was at a point in my life where I could go one way or the other. I could have gone a bad route or a good route, and I was lucky I chose the good route. I told a couple of people. I told my brother, because he gets me, but I didn't tell people in the village because I think they think I was a Fruit Loop. Within the first fortnight of me starting this, I thought, yeah, I had to make it practical. And that would give myself, it would prop me up. It would ensure that I would carry on. I needed an excuse to do it because I was enjoying the physicality. So I had a scan around the internet and I thought, where is the money going to go if it was raised? Who would be the best? And I looked at St Vincent de Paul, and they had the lowest take on funds taken for their society. So for percentage of donations actually went to the right people. So we raised a lot of money. People climb for reasons, and some of them are really private. I met a kid up there, a blind kid, up there with their dad, never completely blind, but the dad brought them up. I thought that was incredible.
The full name of the mountain itself is, now it's Croagh Patrick, which means the stack of Patricks, or St Patrick. Before then it was Croagh, which was the Mount of the Eagle. It is said that St Patrick climbed the reek in his bare feet. Now everybody knows St Patrick walked around in a long dress and a pair of sandals. He'd probably be arrested today. But the thing is with St Patrick is that he was reputed to have climbed it in his bare feet. There were those who, for their own reasons, believed that the harder the penance was, the more certain you were to get into heaven. And so you climbed it in your bare feet. Patrick went up there for 40 days and 40 nights and he banished the snakes from Ireland. He banished all the snakes from Ireland. Well, as everybody knows, the snakes were not here because the Ice Age got rid of that. So there was not snakes here. He decided to go upon the reek because he knew the reek was a place of ritual. And so up he went, and he fasted there for 40 days and 40 nights in order to banish the serpents from Ireland. One of the ways that he was said to do it was that he prayed to God, and the angels came down in the form of white birds and flew around him, so he was quite happy. But all of a sudden blackbirds came down around him, and serpents and etc. So St Patrick banished Croagh and the demons and all the blackbirds and everything else by throwing his bell into the midst of them. And the bell blew up, and it blew all the serpents and everything else out of Ireland. And Croagh was banished to a lake which is at the bottom of the reek, and it's known as Loch Croagh, or Croagh's Lake. And now, of course, it's coming to the stage where the reek can be enjoyed by everybody.
The Reek 24 was on July 2011. At the time, there was a huge amount of activity on the Reek. Matt was doing his climb a day for 365. Ian McKeever had did 5 climbs a day for 7 days as part of the another challenge that was on in March. And I suppose there was a whole euphoria about the Reek. And we looked at, rather than just one individual go to do it, we tried to get as many people as possible. So of the 15 that started, 11 finished their actual bid, and we scaled it up and down to a fixed point down the car park 12 times, and we also raised quite a bit of money for charity as well, and that was good. It was something different.
Reek Sunday it's always the last Sunday in July, so there's no actual date on it as such. It could be the 29th, it could be the 26th, but it's always the last Sunday. So it goes back to pagan times, believe it or not, even though it's a Christian pilgrimage now. That would be the time of the Lunasa, the festival of Lunasa, which Lunasa is the Irish for August, so the end of July, early August, you had this harvest festival. So the Croagh Patrick pilgrimage was very much tied into that because the mountain was very sacred in pagan times as well.
What's it mean to me? Well, I deliver the post every day looking out at it, and it's like a beacon. Some days you see it, some days you don't. The days that are snow-capped is the days you really, well, for me, that's the days I love to pop out, go up and climb it.
It's like the journey through life, the climb really, because there are hard bits and there's easy bits, and there's a great sense of achievement when you get there.
When I was a child, we used to climb the Reek in the dark at night, and there was no more beautiful a sight than looking back when you were climbing the Reek, and people would have candles or they'd have the lighters, and you'd just see a line of lights.
I used to draw it as a kid. I used to draw the outline of the mountain at school in my doodles, you know. It was always in my head, and I think when I did get to climb it, a lot of things were realised, and now, 4 or 5 years on, I can climb it in my head and I can apply it to life, because that whole mountain is a journey for everybody.